Hello there, hi everybody. Just getting stuff ready here. Just a second. Let's get rid of this. Music by Lofi Girl can stay, has to stay. As always, we're having some chill lo-fi beats in the background. Apart from that, it's gonna be, as always, a chill stream today. Just gonna have a first look at this beautiful bizjet, the Learjet 35 by Simworks, I think. And yeah, I did, I think, 2 flights before with this plane, just checking it out from the runway, and then clicking around just a little, just getting, you know, a little bit familiarized with the airplane. I don't have any checklists. I don't have any manual for the plane, so yeah, I did manage to turn it on and get it off the ground, and that's all that we want to do today. So as the title states, we are located here at Meigs Field, an airport, of course, that doesn't exist in real life anymore, but was for long years, you know, the starting airport of the early flight sims. I personally started with Flight Sim version 5, and I have quite fond memories of this place, you know, taking off from this runway past the, I think it's an observatory or planetarium. I'm not really sure, but I once again fondly remember this building here, the Chicago skyline in the background. And back in the olden days, Flight Sim 5, I didn't have really much in terms of add-ons. Didn't have the money for it since I was just a kid, so I had to put up with the planes that came with the Flight Sim, which were only, I think, a Cessna 172 or 182 RG. Then the Learjet 35, the Sopwith double-decker airplane, the Camel, and the sailplane. So basically, the Learjet was my go-to plane since it was the most powerful, the fastest. I would basically just take off, head over to the skyline, do some, you know, flying inside the city, which was of course not as densely populated as it is today. And still, there were only like 10 skyscrapers, and still the frame rate was terrible. But I enjoyed every second of it. And I'm just overcome with nostalgia, just sitting here on the tarmac with the skyline in the background. I love it. All that's missing now for me is just having the classic livery of the 35A from back in the day, which was just, you know, a white plane with a red stripe, a red nose tip, and some gray accents. I think the gray wingtip tanks and the gray fin, and black or dark gray engines. Yeah, I definitely will need this livery for the Learjet 35. I'm not really a business jet pilot. You know, I enjoy big airliners and classic airliners at that. Yeah, we got the classic aspect here, definitely, with the yeah, pretty much non-computerized airplay. We got a modern GPS in here, but apart from that, it's all classic instrumentation. Yeah, but again, not much of a business jet guy, but I'm willing to make an exception for this beautiful and classic plane. It's also very nicely done, very nicely modeled. One would hope so for the price of $40. So yeah, you can open the windows here, extend. That is loud. Let me just open the volume mixer and get the sound of the sim down just a bit, so you can hear me. But unlike last time, I'm gonna monitor the volume of my microphone and of the sim here in OBS. And at the moment, the microphone looks quite a bit louder than the sim, so you should all be fine, should be hearing me fine. Yeah, so you can open all the window shades here. You can put people there. Let's have an example. Get the tablet out. So no jocks, that's good. Let's have John and Alicia sitting in the back, and also open the cabin door here. So that's John. Hey John, you rich fuck. And Alicia. So okay, that didn't really work. I'm just still not sure about the click spots here, where you have to, you know, click to open up. And also the plane is, of course, still in development, so at the moment I don't know what's user error on my part and what's just still bugged. You know what, let's just try to close that. Let's not play around with it too much. Want to get this plane into the air. Do some you know, out of nostalgia. We're gonna screw the realism today. We're gonna take her inside the city, into the skyscraper valleys. Have some fun and then do some circuits here in Meigs. I think that's enough. Don't have too much time on my hands today anyway. So let's better get this show on the road. So let's see where everything is. Let's check that the parking brake. Great. No, uh-oh. How do you set the parking brake? I don't know how to set the reset the parking brake. It's the same as in the 737, the PMDG plane. I can't figure out how to set the parking brake. Have to have a look into that. Also, I don't know how to set the reversers. Like, you see, that works in the other planes, but not in this plane. So we're gonna have to do without reversers today. I don't mind. I think, yeah, let's just maybe have the chocks on for engine start, so we don't roll. So chocks on, and let's get started. Let's get started by turning the batteries on, turning the inverters on, and once again reminding you, I do not have a checklist, I do not have a manual. I'm just eyeballing stuff as is procedure, but at least in the MD-80 in the other planes, I kind of know what I'm doing. In the Learjet, I'm just pushing buttons, see what happens, you know. Getting the nav and already the beacon on, since we are about to start the engines. Everything else can stay as is. There is a avionics master that we need to turn on. Let's turn the pitot on. And I think that's good enough. The pumps are on. Oh no. Let's initialize the GPS, although we don't need it. This can go to standby. Let's try to start engine number 2. It's quite loud in here, but I think my mic is louder. Should all be fine. So the ignition is off, so let's turn the generator on and start number 1. Like so. Close the door, that seems very secure. But the chocks have been removed automatically. Lucky we're not already starting to taxi. So the ignition has turned off. The radar comes on, and that tempo on primary and secondary, I think. Let's leave that off. That's loud. Takeoff trim. Right, where is the trim indication? I did find it. This is the trim here, right? Yeah, look, it's out of trim. I guess this is the takeoff range that's marked here. So let's bring the needle to around 5. And I think that gets rid of the warning. So we got no warnings here. So I guess we're all set to go. But we might want to have head tracking, so let me set that up before we start. Please start tracking and start, so that's looking good. And let's see if we can't bring it around here. No. I don't really know how that works. You can unlock the steering, I think, but you can't relock it. But no, we can steer. Might run over this guy. Who cares? Of course, taxi lights on. Let's see. Let's get all these lights on. Let's get the transponder on. Apart from that, everything else is looking just fine. Getting quite fast here at idle speed. That a little bit less loud. Great, so let's line up right away. God, that takes me back. We really need a one-to-one comparison. The old graphics versus the new graphics in this exact plane. Maybe I can find somewhere where I can, you know, get Flight Sim 5. That'd be really cool. Good. So, standing on the brakes. I was just advancing the throttle and aiming to stay in the green. Just touching the yellow. Just going to the red, so reducing the throttle a bit more. Yellow is okay, but it's all looking good. And we are off. Plus 100 knots, 120, rotate, and gear up. It's already get the nose down a bit, come off the gas. Come over towards Chicago. So we're going to stay at this altitude, reducing the throttle quite substantially, keeping the flaps out, flaps 8. And it looks like we got some icing. Let's get all the heating stuff on. Like so. Let's turn around, come back towards the city. Let's do some low flying. Such a cool plane. Also don't do that in real life, of course. The weather's not really great, so quite hard to see where we can fit. Yes, I remember that building from the early days, from Flight Sim 5. Don't know what it's named, but I know that it would always come here, try to fit knife edge between these antennas. So that's cool. And now let's try a touch and go at Meigs Field. Also, did I set the pressure, the barrel, the altimeter? Probably not. Let's do that now. Staying at 1500 for the moment. Again, we're eyeballing everything today. Nothing is by the books, nothing is standard procedure what we're doing here. We're just flying, we're just making use of the sim. It's a sim. No one cares, there's no controller, there's no repercussions. We can just test fly the airplane. Gears coming down. Next stage of flaps. Staying at 1000. Now coming around. At about 140 knots should be fine. Test field. Slightly overshot the center line, also let's not climb, let's descend. Coming off the gas up a little bit. Flying this plane like a freaking noob today. Flaps full. Puppies coming in, one red, one white. Hard landing, okay. Let's go, full power. Come on. Up, up, gear up. What a cool little plane. Love it. It just flies like a fighter jet. Look at this skyscraper scraping the sky. More fittingly, even in German, they're called cloud scrapers. And that's exactly what they're doing today. Let's lose about 1,000 feet of altitude. Can't really see here entering the weather. What's all that warnings? Heat on, that's good. We do want that. Let's do base turn. Flaps 1, gear down. Or flaps 8, gear down, descending to 1,000 feet. Wheels inside, retrimming. 1,000 feet. There we go, let's come around. Second stage of flaps. Gotta learn the degrees of flaps. I don't know, I just know the first stage is 8 degrees. The rest I got no idea. Getting a bit slow. So flaps full. That was way too long of a flare. Let's not even put the nose wheel down. Full power. And let's go. Let's say it, 1500. Low and slow over the city. It looks really cool. Let's see, let's give it some power. See if we can't climb above the weather, do some stall testing. Why not? And let's try to stay in VMC. Hey Maxim. Good, 5,000 feet, leveling off, cutting the power. Let's get the speed brake out. Just assist, just slowing down. Retrimming a bit. doesn't really want to slow down. And now as we're increasing the angle of attack, getting more drag. We need more and more back pressure to keep the plane level. Passing 120 knots. Stick shaker activating. 100 knots now. And there's the wing drop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, nose up, nose up. That was scary. So it does have a tendency to drop a wing and stall. It's not... No beginner plane, no beginner friendly plane like the Cessna, so you really have to work your way out of the stall, as it looks like. Let's descend a little more. 1500 feet again. Let's follow the coastline back to the field. There we go, 1500. Can already get the gear down. So we got some drag. Maybe descend to 1,000 feet even. Just to stay below the weather. That's great. I do like the scenery here in Chicago. I think I never flew here before. At least not in FS 2020. Of course, in the olden days I did. But it didn't look anything like that. There's the field back there. Flaps coming down, and it is quite pitch sensitive, the Learjet. And this time full stop landing. We're a bit low, so let's keep the altitude for the moment. Wait for the puppies to show us some white. There we go. Oh, we're low and slow. That's really unhealthy. Good firm landing. Let's get on the brakes since we don't have reverse thrust, since I don't know how to activate it. Beautiful. Let's vacate. Wait. Why is that? Why is that locked? Good. So it does lock the nose wheel automatically, as it looks like. Again, this is early access, and we don't have a manual, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, I do have a body from the outside view. I can show you. Look. Here's my body. I'm the best boy. I'm the best boy, and I got my friend Ruby with me. That's also the reason why we're flying like noobs. That's the best we can do. With no opposable thumbs and stuff. Good, let's just park somewhere in front of the tower. Like here. Bring around, facing east, get on the brake. Let's spool up one last time, give it a little jet blast to the parking lot, to the cars there. Fuck 'em. Perfect. So there we go, lights come off. Really gotta stop head tracking now, right? So these lights come off now. Recognition and strobe lights coming off. Transponder going to standby. And let's see. Never shut down the engines in that plane. So let's see. Are these pumps? These pumps were on by default, right? Want to set the right game on Twitch. Yeah, I think it's set to flight simulation, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do it next time since I'm gonna end the stream now anyway. It's only a short stream to test out the airplane today. But yeah, next time I'm gonna set it to Microsoft Flight Simulator to maybe get found better. Oh, parking brake is working. Why is it working now? I have no idea. So I'm gonna leave those on. Those were on by default, so I'm just gonna leave them. Who cares today? So how do we turn this off? Do we just turn it off here? No. Pumps off. How the hell do we turn off this plane? Do you just have to wait until we run out of fuel and then it shuts off automatically? That can't be the way. That is already set to off. What is that? Spoilers? No. Drag chute. Really? But we can't use it. Fuel jettison? No, that's not correct, right? How in the world do we turn this plane off? Alright, Maxime, you take care. Bye bye, till next time. And I see I got at least some people watching now. If anyone knows how to shut off this plane, let me know. Oh, look at this. Aha. Aha. Look at that. So let's just wait until this is spooled down. Okay, so we did learn something today. What's this here? That just is something. So can we? Okay, so it does jump up into this position, but I don't know how it loads in. If it loads in like this, or if it loads in like this. But of course today we'll have it like this. I see. Good. Good, let's get the rest of our things off here. All the lights come off. Inverters come off. Avionics come off. This is all off already. The heating comes off. This heating comes off. And then the battery comes off. Beautiful. So that worked kind of well. I think we survived that. Right, cool. So, very short stream today. Fortunately, I have to go to work soon. Also have some lunch. Right, but thank you guys for coming around today, for checking out the little Learjet with me today. I don't know if I'm gonna fly it regularly. I'm, once again, more the airliner type of guy. But still, this little jet definitely is a ton of fun. And given that it's still in alpha and gonna improve a lot, gonna get a lot more functionality and stuff, I think I can recommend this plane. Do check it out. Maybe wait for the full release, but yeah, it's definitely very well made, very fun plane to fly. Right, but with that, thanks thank you all for watching. Thanks guys, thanks for coming around. Do subscribe to my channel, do follow me on Twitch. Do give the video a like if you're watching the VOD. All that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed the content. If not, just click away. I do understand. And I'm not mad at all. But with that, have a nice week, have a nice day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys, love you, bye bye.